Hey, what's up, guys? WhirlXbow back here, and today we are going to be playing some Meteorite Shaman, but like an elemental list that I found online, and it looks honestly pretty fucking cool. Hey, what's up, guys? WhirlXbow back here, and today we are going to be playing some elemental Meteorite thing Shaman. Honestly, I found this deck, and it looks pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited to try it out. I mean, it's the first time I'm getting to... It's the first time I've ever been playing Kalimos in a deck, because I never had him when he was actually in the format. To be fair, I don't even have a original copy. And I've always wanted to play him. He's just never been good when I got into it. And then just a couple other pretty cool elementals. I'm really excited to try it out. This deck, I forgot what card I was playing, but I didn't like it, and I put in Shudderwock instead. Actually, can I get to the list? Here's the list. It's playing Nas Dormu the Eternal, right? So I'm assuming it was built for like the Nas deck or the Nas quest, but I want to just play Kalimos, or I wanted to play Shudderwock. Sorry. I mean, he's pretty good with all the battle cries in the deck. So, without further ado, how about we queue up the first game, and let's see how the game goes. Or I guess, yeah, with that being said, I'll see y'all there. Alright. I'm tired. I hate starting videos like that, but man. Talking about this whole hand, we're looking for more early game stuff. With the amount of early game in the deck, yeah. Okay, this sounds interesting. It's probably coin this out into this, shoot something, or coin this out. Yeah. Yeah, let's coin this to pop this, and then hope he draws all 3 meteorites away and wipes his board. That would be pretty good. The odds of that though are very low, so I'm not gonna hold my breath. Hopefully at least hits the 2/2. Oh shoot, they're in my deck. I don't know why I thought shuffled into his deck. That'd be silly. But yeah, as we're getting into this, I hope everybody has a beverage. I'm currently drinking myself beer from the restaurant I work at. It's not one of my favorites, but my head chef's like, yo, we have like way too much of these. You want to take a couple home? I'm like, sure, why not? I also want to apologize for not streaming today. My plan was, so I finished work really early today. I finished work at like 4 o'clock. So my plan was, alright, sounds good. I'm gonna go home, relax a little bit, eat dinner, record, play some games with my brother, stream. Like that was just straight up my plan. That was all good until this morning. My computer auto-updated to Windows 11. Am I dead? I'm dead. Ha! Cute. But yeah, my computer auto-updated to Windows 11 from Windows 10. And everything got, when I say everything got screwed up, I spent an hour and a half fucking with my headphones to get them to actually work on my new computer. Or not my new computer, but like my updated computer. I got home, my mic wasn't working. I had to do like a whole bunch of shit. I had to redo all my OBS settings. It was really annoying, and it's not supposed to work that way, which is why it was so annoying, but I ended up spending, like, that period I wanted to relax and then go eat dinner was spent, that plus extra was just spent messing around with settings and whatnot. So it might sound a little bit different. I'm going to continue trying to tweak it over the next couple days to try and get the best audio possible. But Sunday, we are going to be live. So, yeah. Look forward to that. Anyways, with that being said, let's queue up the next one. All right. We can keep that. Oh, this should be fine. There's a lot of really good... That's a really good curve. I like this curve. It's good if I survive long enough. Like, this curve just gets better, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty good. Besides that, I feel there's something else I want to talk about that I'm blanking on. This is a slightly better play. No. Get the meteors. Was there something else I wanted to talk about? I kind of wanted to talk about, oh, yeah, that was the other thing. Two different subjects completely. I actually have 3 things I want to talk about in today's video. One that happened right before I started recording. One about magic. And, one about a future video. So, I believe it was 2 days ago, I was requested to play the Barnes Miracle Druid deck with Yissel. I would like to play the deck. I think it would be pretty fun to play said deck. I have one issue, and one pretty sizable issue, I'd say. I don't have a list. So if anybody has a list for Barnes Yissel Druid, please leave it down below. I'd be down to try it out. Let's probably coin this out. As much as I want it to be this. Coin this out. What is He has 4 mana. He played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana worth of shit for 4, fuck. Alright. But, yeah, so if you have a list for that, I was requested to play it. I looked for a list. Didn't find one online. To be fair, I very briefly looked. First, the second fucking bullshit. But yeah, it was a brief looking for it, so it's very possible I missed something that was obvious. But I would really like, if someone has a list, if they could send it to me, that would be phenomenal. I hate this game so much. I haven't faced this deck in forever, and then I queued to insane aggro starts into insane aggro starts. It's pretty frustrating, to say the least. Should have potentially taken out that, but it is what it is. Now, to talk about the magic thing I want to talk about. I found the coolest list for Titan I have ever seen, and I am so excited to play it. I'm going to play it later today, like later the day this video goes up. And man, I am excited. Sure, let's do this. Let's do this. What is this? Rush overload. If you played an elemental last turn, don't overload. It's just a 3 mana 4/5 rush. That ain't bad. I'm just dead. He steals the rest of my deck. I actually took 2 real cards. Bruh. I actually took 2 real cards. That is what we call the big bullshit, like, come on.
Now this is treasure. Overbird. Lucky I am here. Swiftly.
I wish if they didn't have that in his hand, he couldn't take them. That'd be sick. I would say I kind of want to just concede. But I mean, there is that odd chance where he didn't take Shudderwock, didn't take any of the asteroids, didn't take Incindius. I draw Incindius and do some shenanigans and have it all work out. I know it's very low percent chance at this point, but oh, of course he draws two of them right away. He stole two of mine, or one of mine, I believe. So at least that's like a dead hit. He could have stole more on the second batch, but there's just the odd chance I draw Shudderwock and I can cast Shudderwock and Shudderwock just wins me the game. That I think it's worth saving and playing a little slower. Or, like, not just insta-conceding, you know? Give me Ceaseless. Ceaseless into Shudderwock top decks. That'd be insane. He shuffled 6 of them into his deck. Fuck you. Again, maybe I top deck Shudderwock. And then Shudderwock can do Shudderwock things. That'd be fun.
You seem overburdened. Lucky I am here.
Shudder off the top, let's go. Let's finally beat this deck. I have the worst win rate I think anybody could imagine in this matchup. Okay, well, I guess I could... I'm not dead. Right, that's poking in there. I take 15. I take 15. I can still play Shudderwock next turn if I do top deck it. And just go from there.
You seem overburdened. Lucky I am here.
Mill me to Shudderwock, baby. Either one of these can tank the asteroid he has in hand. Are you serious? Oh, I guess he hit the 50-50. I can never beat this deck. I think it's because I play typically slower decks. But I just can never beat this deck. If I was playing faster decks, right? If I was playing decks like Pirate Rogue, Damage, or Aggro Priest, things like that, easy matchup. But I typically play slower decks, and that deck just shits on your control decks. It's one of the main reasons I don't think Raza Priest is really playable anymore. Is that deck just... You instantly lose to that deck. There's a couple other decks I think you instantly lose to, basically. Like, weirdly enough, like Zerg Demon Hunter, just because that deck has so much potential. You have no real way of, like, silence destroy the board. There's a couple other decks where I feel you just almost instantly lose them, and that's why, like, Raza Priest is not great. I shouldn't say not great. I think the deck is still very, very good. Just not as good as it once was, and it's, like, no longer tier 1, you know? Anyways, we have time for another game, so let's queue it up.
The Thunder King versus Tranda.
A loon guides me.
This is not my
I don't like this card. Is it just me, or was this card, like, super overhyped when it was, like, announced? Give me a one-drop. Ooh! I like this curve. This curve is pretty good. Let me play my one-drop. Alright. So, I had one last thing I want to talk about, and I know it's probably not the right thing to talk about because it's another Hearthstone game mode, but slightly before recording today, I did take a little break where I played a couple games of Battlegrounds with my brother, So we started playing at like 10. We stopped at like 11:30 because he needed to go to bed. He works ridiculously early in the morning, so I do not blame him for wanting to get some sleep. So he's going to bed with his wife and whatnot. So shout out to him if he is watching this. I know he watches the videos occasionally, so he might be watching this. I don't fucking know. But we played the single most ridiculous game I've ever experienced of Battlegrounds in my life. For those who don't know, anomalies are back in Battlegrounds. So we were playing duos with anomalies. Because we always play duos together because, again, we like to be on the same team and it's fun to communicate and try to figure out, like, random strategies you can try to get to work together. You know, like, we've done games where, like, one of us is legitimately just playing support, the other one's ADC, if you guys have ever played MOBAs. Where it's just like, one guy's just passing the other guy everything he needs, and just ends up playing, like, Scam or some bullshit to try and help it, like, Rylak plus the new dragon that gives, gold, permanent gold, things like that. Do this. That should be fun. One second. I'm gonna blow my nose and then I will finish my thought. Oh, great. My stream deck also doesn't fucking work. I need to go fix that now. Fun times. Alright. So, yeah, so we were playing Battlegrounds, and we hit the anomaly where, at the start of each turn, each player, or one player discovers a card to give to everybody at the end of the turn. It's cool. I think that anomaly is, like, really, really cool. I think the whole mechanic behind it is pretty sweet and leads to very interesting games. That being said, the game we just played, when I say it was the most ridiculous thing I had experienced in a while, holy fuck. Like, the first spell we got was Top Shelf, but nerfed Top Shelf. For those who don't know what Top Shelf originally did, was discover a 6-drop. Now it was basically just like a triple reward. Discover a mini of the tavern tier above you. I'm playing Shudderwock, and I hit the elemental that says Battlecry, give all elementals in the tavern +1/+1 for the rest of the game. So I'm kind of doing that thing. The next one we get is discover a 7-drop. I'm like, alright, that's sick. I go and I discover mine. I hit Varian. For those who don't know what Varian does, I'm about to explain a whole bunch of cards from Battlegrounds, so don't mind me. Varian is when you sell him, discover 2 6-drops. So I sold my Varian, got my brother Charlie, and I got some random thing for myself. It was an atrocity. My brother discovers, and he knows that I'm on elementals, so I'm telling him, like, look, I'm going to play for elementals. I'm, like, already buffing my shop. My shop is already at plus, I think at that time it was 3/3. So, like, alright, sounds good. He discovered his 7-drop, and he got the new elemental 7-drop. The new elemental 7-drop says, whatever you sell an elemental, gain its stats, and it has taunt. So, turns out that's pretty silly when you're buffing the tavern the entire game, right? Checks out. So, I start doing that. Then, like, 2 turns later, the card that the guy discovers is Variant to everybody. I'm like, that's sick. Let's play some Variant game. And I sell that Variant. I'm like, alright, what can I realistically get here that's going to actually, like, do anything? I hit double Ultraviolet. For those who don't know what Ultraviolet does, Ultraviolet says, whenever you play an elemental, at the start of combat, give all your elementals +2, or all other elementals +2/+1 until the end of combat. Whenever you play an elemental, you upgrade it, so it goes from 2/1 to 4/2 to 6/3 to So on and so forth, right? Where it gets +2/+1 per elemental you play. It's pretty good, right? Like, don't get me wrong, that's a pretty solid effect. When you have 2 of them, and you spend the entire game just cycling on 3 on elementals, because not only did my brother also pass me a Nomi at that point, so every time I played an elemental, the elementals in my shop are getting +2/+1, I believe is the new wording for Nomi. I don't remember if it's 1/1 or 2/1, but I think it's 2/1. Because they have to buff that card, because that card is really, really bad. And Forge card is in that deck. Wild. This is lethal, right? 10, yeah. So, I end up having my elementals in my shop be like +70, +40-ish, +7, +35, +40. I'm not exactly sure on the numbers, but it was like at least 70 attack. So it's, I think it was like 7 or 8 gold turn. I have 2 ultraviolets. I have the 7 drop. I got a Moira off. One of the people discovered Moira as their 7 drop, and I played the card that steals a minion from your opponent, and I got Moira. My brother then discovers a 5 drop, because I told him to aggressively level, because I'm huge at this point compared to everybody else. We're dealing like 10 plus damage, right? Because I have a 7 drop that survives. He discovers Genie. He passes me Genie. I'm still Shudderwock, so every single turn, I'm triggering his Battlecry twice. He'll die during combat, trigger twice because of Moira, so on and so forth. By the time we won, we had dealt 15 in our last like 6 combats, which is damage cap basically, until the last one where he beat my brother's board. Like my brother and the first guy basically traded 1 for 1. The other guy, I think he was missing like, I think it was like 1,000 damage, 500 or 1,000 damage to wipe my board. It was so crazy that like it was a while. It was super fun, but it was crazy. I'll show you my board after the next game or the next 2 games or whenever. Basically when we're done playing games. But yeah, that game was fucking crazy. Anyways, let's queue up the next one and let's see how that game goes. Hopefully we can get another dub. All right, guys. Yeah, I'll see y'all there. All right, probably another aggro is my guess. All right. Actually, funny enough, I think I've mentioned this before because I definitely talked about it on stream. I don't know if any of you guys are like this, but I cannot focus on things without like music or like some form of background noise, which is why a kitchen is a very good place for me because there's always sounds going on, whether it's like burgers hitting a grill or people putting oil and then other things in a pan, so you had like that sizzle, or again, just this is the restaurant I work at now. It's an open kitchen, so like customers talking and the music from the dining room, it like super helps me focus. I don't know how many of you guys know or remember the artist Afroman. He made songs like Before I Got High and I think it's Colt 45 and 2 Zigzags. I don't know if that's the name of the song. I think it might just be called Colt 45. But he released the song a couple years back. 2 years. I just saw it underneath the video of the song that's currently playing. I play it super low. Like I feel like even if I put my headphones up to my mic, you guys wouldn't be able to hear it. He released a song called Lemon Pound Cake, and Will You Help Me Repair My Door? Highly recommend giving both of those songs a listen. They're some of the funniest songs I've ever listened to, and if you know the story behind them, I feel like y'all would agree. But nah, I would recommend listening to those songs. They're fucking hilarious. Healing? It's like the worst one. Spell damage was better because it busts my asteroids. Taunt was slightly better, but heal was the best. You can shoot this. What am I playing against? Did I take it to the wrong one? Oh, shoot, he's only enemy minions. That is not great for me. Healing? Are you serious? I guess let's just do this. But yeah, no, I would say go get a list of those songs. I don't want to spoil what they're about, but fuck, watch the music videos with them. It's like 10 minutes or so. Would highly recommend. I feel bad for the guy, but like because of the story, but at the same time, it's fucking hilarious. Okay. Bruh. Beautiful. I know I don't get full value, but I get to shuffle these in, which is significantly better. Also, how the fuck did I hit 1/1 Searing Totems every fucking time? Oh my god, that's tilting. I could actually get, like, value out of this. This is 4 to face, plus... I don't know, does this go up to 8? This might go up to 8. Oh, spell damage is pretty solid. I didn't play. Oh no! I got my time. He hasn't played the other one, so I can kill this. Oh, they're all turned off. Okay. Next gen, I have 14 of these in my deck. So... Base? I can hover over Shudderwock in my hand. I don't know what it is. That, never the overload, bust those, stress cards. A really good one.
Coming in for a landing.
Well, if he doesn't have a way to... I mean, I guess he could continue rezzing Felon, but... Right, because it triggers the Balcry and Death Rattles all your other things, so it's going to trigger this guy's Death Rattle. Should probably not have played this right away. I should have probably held on to it and played a couple more of these things. Like, played this at least. God, that was like the worst hit. Fuck, I thought I had more mana. I thought this was costless. Just, I should have hero card. Okay. I'm gonna... Next Triangulate has to hit Asteroid. But I also... The thing is, if I draw enough cards, I should be fine. Because 20 times 6 is what? It's 120 damage? Oh, fuck. I also... I misplayed this game.
The expanse of my power.
I fucked up. I completely misplayed this game. I deserve to lose that. I should have won this game. I played so badly. Fuck me. I feel like I haven't played that badly in quite some time, man. I thought I was getting back to being decent at this game. Also played 2 of the 3 new heroes. Definitely didn't not realize what time it was and had to leave to work before 1 and then have to leave to dinner before the other. Me, no, would never do that. Yeah, I want to show my board from that last Battlegrounds game that I played. Look at this. This was my board. This was my board. These don't show, but these were up to like 150, 160-ish area. This was my brother's board, and clearly we got that first place. Really? This is my highest win rate hero? Denathrius, Shudder. I did not think either of these were that high anymore. ETC. ETC, I kind of just like concede. Like straight up, it's like when I pick ETC, it's just like, well, I'm hitting the let's get 7 drops or I'm dead. And I don't care. Like that's all I play for. It's not the best way to play it. Anyways, Meteor Shaman is really, really fun. Just don't be garbage at the game like me. I honestly played that last game. I think it was my game. Shudderwock turn I fucked up. I fucked up the turn I didn't play an elemental. I fucked up several turns in between. The big one was when I didn't play an elemental. Because if I did play that elemental, he was dead. Like I just burnt him out. But I just completely blanked on the fact you have to continuously play elementals, and you want to go elemental into elemental into elemental, and so on and so forth. So I completely agree where I threw that last game, and again, I'm gonna probably get 1 or 2 comments saying like, "What the fuck were you doing in this game?" or whatever. And to which I'll say, yeah, I fucked up, and I fully acknowledge it, and it's 1000% my fault. Like, don't get me wrong, right? I'm not perfect. I watch, the only real Hearthstone content I watch is Battlegrounds, and like even then, like I'm watching people that are 16k and they'll make a blunder, and it is what it is. It's natural. Like fucking look at professional chess players, they make blunders. Look at professional hockey players or whatever, they make blunders. It happens to everyone. One little small lapse in judgment, especially if you're playing a brand new deck. That was game 4 of this version of the deck, right? Never played Kalimos before, never played Skarr before. I don't want to make excuses, but at the same time, it's understandable that you fuck up once or twice. Like, don't get me wrong. Anyways, I'm going to end it off here. I'm tired. I want to edit this and go to bed. So, with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. As always, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. And I will see y'all on the next game. Peace.